Hey everybody, real quick review before I go out and ride. Got this yesterday. As you know, I've seen the other video. I've got the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. Awesome phone, loving it. What I also got was the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. I'll do a review of that at some point. But the piece I actually wanted to review today was not so much the watch, but the new case. So this has sapphire glass on the front, so it really does protect the, it's very scratch resistant and stuff. But every time you're like working on something and, you end up banging your wrist into something and you end up scratching it up. So you want to put a case on it. This is the aluminum cased one. So what I got was this one is the Rugged Armor by Spigen, but it's not just one of those little bumper cases that goes on. I bought a couple of those to review and see which one I liked. And honestly, I didn't like any of them. They just didn't fit well with the straps. And I'd ordered this one for around 20 something bucks. And what it is it's a whole case. It's all one mold. The straps don't click in so that they can't, that little pin can't bend or break if something catches it. It's much more sturdy. And basically the watch, you take the straps off and you just pop the watch into this whole shell. And it sits very securely. It's a little bit to get it in there. It fits it very, very tightly, grips it. It leaves a nice lip there, so if you lay it down or you hit something, I mean, if you had a point or something, you could still scratch it, so you might want to still put the little screen protector on there, and I'll research those and see if I can find one that fits within this. But it makes it look a lot more like the Casio. What was that old one that was like famous digital watch forever? Was it the G-Shock or the G-Spot? I guess it was the G-Shock. If it was the G-Spot, nobody would ever be able to find it. So it must be the G-Shock. But yeah, it's all one piece. It's all super heavy duty, and it looks like a traditional watch. It's a great. So far, the watch is excellent. It's very cool. It's a nice watch, but have easy access to all the buttons. The electrocardiogram or whatever it is, supplegram. I don't forget what the ECG. It's got that, so that works really well. It doesn't impede any of the stuff. You got holes, cutouts for the speakers on the back here. I will say the only downside to it is because this is all one molded piece, it fits your wrist perfectly. There's no gaps. It's great. But it doesn't fold flat because it's not, the bands aren't on a swivel. They're actually part of the overall case. And so when you go to put it on your wireless charger, you're going to have to do it like that and click it on the side and just have it sit like that on your nightstand or whatever, which is fine because it automatically goes into sleep mode and it rotates the screen so that if you do glance over at night and you have the always on display and you want to just use it as your alarm clock and see what time it is, you don't have to read it sideways. When you put it on its side and it's charging, it will automatically orient the screen to tilt to whatever angle it's laying on the desktop. So that's the review of that. That's by Spigen. I got their liquid armor, which is just too thin and flimsy. And the way it fit around and then the straps went through it, there were like weird gaps. It just didn't flow. This looks like you bought the watch this way. It looks like you bought a heavy-duty outdoor, like back in the day. I mean, for years, that Casio G-Shock watch was like the go-to, rugged, hard-use digital watch. So here you got the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5, but it's in that much nicely armored protective case, and it looks like it came that way. It doesn't look like an afterthought, like you snapped something onto it. So very, very cool. Love the watch so far, as I love the phone. And I'm glad I got this case. So if you got this watch, look it up. I'll put a link to it at some point in the description, but definitely give that one a look. I think it looks good. It's nice. It's masculine. This is the 44 mil version. I don't know if they make it for the smaller 40 mil. I would assume they do because the watch comes in two sizes. And so far, I'm actually liking the watch better than the Apple Watch. I feel like they finally have caught up. I will say where Apple is still ahead a little bit is in some of the app support. Samsung got off of Tizen, and they're running now Google Wear OS, the same version as the Pixel watch, so it is actually really up to date. But there's a couple apps like my Ford Pass app or my Chevrolet where I could go in and see where my car is and start it from the watch. Like they haven't written those for Google OS yet. They wrote them for iOS. But other than that, man, the watch has been awesome. Takes calls really well. It controls my media. It's been a great watch. So definitely give it a look, and definitely give that that case a look. Looks fantastic. Feels real good. So there you have it.